We have a caller from Seattle, Washington, would like to know, is there any way that the American Muslim Mission and the followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad can unite?
Yes, there is. There's always a way that things that are divided can unite. But there must be unity first in Allah. And there must be unity in that servant of Allah. The only reason we became many communities when we were once one community is because there was deviation from the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. There was deviation from belief in him. So yes, we can come together if we will bear witness that there is no God but Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the last and the greatest of the messengers. Then we would be united overnight. But we certainly are not going backward to pick up the belief of 1400 years ago. And if they will not come forward to accept the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad today, then there will be no unity until Allah makes perfect his will and chastises that one that is at fault. Then they will come back with their knee bent and their head bowed, as though someone had thrown dust in their face. And they will bite their fingers, the Quran teaches, in intense regret, saying, would that I had taken away with the messenger. Woe is me that I had taken such a one, a rebellious hypocrite and a rebellious devil, for a friend. Where will you be in that day?
Thank you, Minister Farrakhan. Brothers and sisters in the radio audience, if you have a question that you would like Minister Farrakhan to answer, you can call 312 area code 994-5775. We have a caller from Houston, Texas. Would like to know, do sisters in the Nation of Islam continue to drill, exercise, and study self-defense?
Yes.
Thank you, Minister Farrakhan. We have a caller from Chicago, a sister. She would like to know, what is the position of women in Islam? Are they to be slaves in a house that a man buys? Why do you, Brother Farrakhan, only mention women in history and not mention their contributions?
There again is someone who really has no understanding whatsoever of Islam. I wonder why this same woman does not talk to white people about how you were made a slave, black woman. And today you're still in their house, but this time you don't own nothing. You're just a cleaning woman, a maid, a cook, a duster. What is that? You're a Christian, and the woman you work for is a Christian, but you're a slave in Christian white America. Islam had never enslaved any woman. You just don't understand Islam because of the cultural differences of the West and the East. We do not consider wearing a long dress enslavement. We do not consider a woman being a good homemaker being a slave. The problem with you, black woman, today is you have the world, but you don't have a home. You have degrees, but you don't have a man. You have degrees, but you don't know what to do for a man. Who made you a slave? No, you have never been set free from the ignorance that has enslaved you and me from the time that our fathers were brought to America and made slaves by so-called Christians. Islam will free the black woman. Islam gives a woman an honored place in society. Islam was the first religion that recognized a woman's right to own property. That the woman has rights over her husband as her husband has rights over her. It is Islam that brought this kind of teaching to the world. What is it that you don't like about Islam? You don't like a modest woman? Or do you want to continue to be the free-for-all woman that you have been made into? Sleeping in any man's bed, for what? Is that slavery? Yes, it's a slave. That's a woman that is a slave to her own biological passion. That's a woman that lets her own body make a fool out of her. Islam frees you by giving you mastery over your own self, where you don't go in the face of a man showing him your bosom nor your butt, because that's not what's for sale, slave. On the slave plantation, they made you show your bosom and your butt because you had physical and sexual work to do. It seems as though you have not graduated from the slave plantation. For you walk in and out of school and in and out of churches showing your bosom and your butt. And men buy you. That's a slave. But when you see a Muslim woman, you see her dressed from her head to her foot because she's not for sale nor for hire. When you meet her, you have to meet her on the highest plane of her existence. And if you have nothing to say to her, she won't even speak to you. Come on, brother. That's a free woman. What is her place in Islam? Right alongside her man, building up a nation. She's free to develop every gift and every talent that Almighty God has given her. Free to become a pilot, fly our planes. Free to create planes. Free to navigate ships. Free to build highways and roads and bridges. But she must remember that her first work is to prepare the future of the nation. And you cannot prepare the future of the nation, woman, if you don't like home life. Woman is free in Islam. I wish that you who ask these questions would come and see for yourself. You see, the white man is happy to portray Muslim women as slaves because they know that when you teach a man, you teach an individual. When you teach a woman, you teach a family. And they know that as long as black women have a negative viewpoint of Islam, it makes no difference how many men become Muslims, because they will be individuals. But what they fear is that a black woman would be attracted to Islam. Then she will tell her children Islam, and she will teach it to her family. No, you're not a slave here. You may not like the strength that I use in condemning your foolishness, but nevertheless you will admit, black woman, that you have been made a fool by white men, and your own black man keeps you in that foolish position. You come to Islam, we'll make something out of you and help you to make something out of yourself.
Thank you, Minister Farrakhan.